Hey guys, welcome to video for exercise 1D of Core 2, looking at factors and factorising. Remember, as we go along, make some notes and try the questions as they come up. By all means, if you see a question, you can always pause it, have a go before you see how I explained it. So, starting off, this isn't the story of my life, it's just a short maths video. So, showing that x plus 2 is a factor of x cubed plus 2x squared, subtract x, subtract 2. Now, as you know, a factor goes into something else. Okay, so we're saying, does x plus 2 go into this? Now, you might think, oh, I could just divide it. And you really could do. If this divides into that, it's a factor. But here's little shortcuts. Let's remember, when we're solving equations, we have coming out with something like this. Okay, we say 0 equals x plus 2, x minus 1. You guys know our solutions are x is minus 2 and x is 1. Okay, so if this is a factor, if we substitute in x is minus 2, our answer should be 0. We can apply that same logic to this problem. If this is a factor, if we substitute in, so it's x plus 2, if we substitute in x is minus 2 to this, if we get an answer of 0, that's a factor. So, very quickly, so we're saying our function is x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2. If we substitute in x with negative 2, with minus 2 cubed plus 2 times minus 2 squared, subtract minus 2, which is negative 8. That's positive 4, so plus 8. Plus 2 minus 2, which does give us 0. Therefore, it is irresistible that x plus 2 is a factor. Okay, that's a really useful tool, because if we're presented with a question like this, again, this could be done by dividing, but an easier way is to find out the value of missing. We're trying to find this value of a, but we're told x plus 1 is a factor. So if that's a factor, if we substitute in negative 1, this will give an answer of 0. So our function is 4x to the 4 minus 3x squared plus a. So we're going to substitute in negative 1. So we say 0 equals 4 times negative 1 subtract plus a. Because if this is a factor, our answer is 0. So 0 equals 4. That's positive, so take 3 plus a. So 0 is 1 plus a, so a is negative 1. Much quicker, faster way, and one way or another, we should get to that solution. That's very fast through that, but I think it's relatively straightforward. Now, the other way this is useful is you're asked to factorise something like this. And unlike a quadratic, we can't just jump straight into our solution. The one thing we'll do first is find out if there is a factor. So, we're going to try, first of all, some different numbers into this. Let's try 1. So, we substitute in 1. And that gives us an answer of negative 24. So that's not a factor. We try 2. You substitute it in, and that gives us a solution of, well, you can work it out if you pause it quickly, but negative 25. Now you can try 3. So try 3 and see what you get. give you a solution of 0. So this telling us that since positive 3 is a factor, there is one of our factors. Now we've worked out that 3 gives us a solution of 0. We know that x subtract 3 is in fact a factor of our expression. So let's go over again to our division. Since we know that, just squeeze in there, x minus 3 is a factor, we can do a division like this. So, our question was 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x subtract 9. We now know x minus 3 is a factor, and you and I together can work out this division. In fact, pause it, give it a go, and I'll give you a solution when you come back. So massively quickly, here we go. To get 2x cubed, I've got to multiply the x by 2x squared. So 2x squared times x minus 3. How many mistakes will I make doing this quickly? 2x cubed minus 6x squared. So it gives us 7x squared. Bring this down. How do I get 7x squared from x? Well, I've got to multiply it by positive 7x. So 7x times x minus 3 gives us 7x squared. Take away 21x, which will give us positive 3x, because minus take a minus, and bring down that negative 9. How do I get to 3x from x? Times it by 3. So 3 times that bit gives us 3x subtract 9, which is 0. Fantastic. We know it's a factor, so we should get the answer of 0. So we now have two things. We have x minus 3 is our factor, and our quotient of 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. So what you need to do now is to factorise this bit. So we've got, so remember 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x minus 9 was our question. We now know we have a factor of x subtract 3, and our quotient of 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. If you factorise this part, it will give you 2x plus 1 and x plus 3. If you can't remember how to factorise where you got coefficient of x squared bigger than 0, so bigger than 1 even, I would go back, have a look at another video online about that. There you go, you've just factorised what should be a scary looking thing in a rather fireproof way. Okay, here's one for you to try. So x cubed plus 4x squared plus x subtract, not 18, but 6. Okay, have a go at factorising this and come back in a second for the solutions. So remembering, you've got to try your different values until you find one that gives you an answer of 0 first. When you've got that, you go and do your division of x plus whatever it is into that, or maybe a minus version. So our solutions are, here we go, there's the question. First you find the factor. If you substitute in 1, you actually get an answer of 0 straight away, which is nice and easy. Which means we got x subtract 1 as a factor, and our division is going to be our original sum divided by our factor of x minus 1. And when you divide that, you're going to get the steps. So our quotient is x squared, plus 5x plus 6. And is our factor of x minus 1. There's our quotient. If you factorise this, you'll get x subtract 1, x plus 3, and x plus 2 as your solution. If I made a mistake, just check against my workings. Often it's just the negative signs that confuse people sometimes. Right, I think now you're ready to run with this. And I managed to squeeze in, I think, 9 One Direction song titles. What have you noticed?